All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful technologies on the planet, machine learning. Now, I know it's a huge field, and just figuring out where to start can feel, well, impossible. So today, we're going to build you a roadmap, and we're going to use one of the best tools out there for learning anything, good old-fashioned books. Okay, let's get into it. So, let me ask you something. You ever finish a show on Netflix and the very next thing it recommends is just perfect? It's like it's reading your mind, right? Or what about when your social media feed serves up an ad for something you were literally just thinking about? That's not magic. That's machine learning in action. It's this incredible branch of AI where instead of programming a computer for every single task, we teach it how to learn from data all by itself. It's the brainpower behind the chatbots you talk to, those custom recommendations, and even massive breakthroughs in healthcare, where machines are learning to spot diseases. And listen, this isn't just some cool tech trend. It's a full-blown economic powerhouse. I mean, just look at India. The machine learning market there is expected to hit nearly 18 billion US dollars by 2030. That is a staggering amount of growth and opportunity. So what does that mean for you, personally? Well, it means that having skills in this field is incredibly valuable. Right now, the average salary for a machine learning engineer in India is already hovering around 10 lakh rupees a year. The demand for people who get this stuff is just skyrocketing. So we have this field that's powerful, it's valuable, and it's growing like crazy. The big question is, where on earth do you even begin? Let's build that roadmap for you. And the answer might be a little more old school than you think. You start with a solid foundation. You might be thinking, books? Really? But hear me out. Starting with a book is a brilliant strategic move. It lets you test the waters and see if an ML career is even right for you. You'll learn the core concepts you absolutely need for job interviews, and you get to hear directly from experts in the field. All of that before you even write a single line of code. Okay, first up, let's look at a path for the absolute beginner. And when I say absolute beginner, I mean no coding, no crazy math needed. Your first option is the 100-page machine learning book. Think of this as your executive summary of the entire field. It's short, it's to the point, and its whole goal is to give you a really solid, high-level understanding of everything. Fast. What's great is that it doesn't just stick to theory. It shows you practical Python examples so you can see how it all works. This one is perfect if you're prepping for an interview and you just need to sound like you know what you're talking about. But what if you're starting from scratch, like absolute zero? Then, my friend, Oliver Theobald's book is where you want to start. This book assumes nothing. No coding, no math background, nothing. It literally takes you by the hand and walks you through the whole thing, one step at a time. So how do you pick? It's actually pretty simple. If you want that quick, high-level overview to get up to speed fast, you go with Berkhoff's book. If you want a gentle, super detailed introduction from the ground up, Theobald is definitely your guy. Okay, now let's talk to the coders in the room. If you already know how to program, here's how you can leverage those skills and jump into machine learning. First up is Machine Learning for Hackers. And hey, don't let the title fool you. By hackers, they just mean programmers who love to build things and solve problems. This book is awesome because it cuts through the heavy theory and focuses on practical, real-world case studies. Next, if you're already pretty good with Python and your goal is to actually build intelligent systems, you need to get hands-on machine learning. This book is a classic. It's packed with exercises using popular tools like Skitlearn and TensorFlow, so you get real, project-based skills you can actually use. It's pretty incredible what you can build with this knowledge. But you know what's really wild? The student is starting to become the master. ML models are now so advanced they can actually write books. They analyze billions of pages of human text, learn our linguistic patterns, and then generate brand new, coherent sentences. It's a fascinating turn of events, for sure. All right, so once you have those fundamentals locked in, you can start to specialize. Let's look at some of the deeper paths you can explore from here. This is where you really get to follow your curiosity. If you're fascinated by the neural networks behind things like image recognition, then the Deep Learning book by Goodfellow is basically the Bible. If you really want to understand the statistical why behind the models, grab an introduction to statistical learning. Or, hey, if you just want to master the math that makes it all work, you can dive straight into linear algebra. So you do the reading, you build the skills. Where does this all lead? Let's talk about what your future in machine learning could actually look like. And this is what's so amazing. The sheer variety of jobs that open up is huge. You could be a classic machine learning engineer building the core systems, or a data scientist who finds hidden stories in the data. You could even become a human-centered ML designer, making sure these powerful tools are actually built for good. There are so many cool paths to choose from. But this entire journey, all this learning, it really comes back to one fundamental idea. The computer scientist Judea Pearl said it best: it's all about understanding causality. It's about teaching machines not just to find patterns in data, but to understand the why behind those patterns, just like we humans do. Which leaves us with one last really big thought. We are building machines that can learn at a scale we can barely imagine. The technical challenges are huge, of course, but maybe the bigger question isn't a technical one, but a human one. If a machine can learn, what is the very first thing we should teach it? Something to think about. Thanks for